Hey, it's recording again.
We're
Hey,
recording?
recording.
All right. So, yeah, this is an exclusive YouTube episode of Uncelebrated Geniuses. We're going to write a song for you. Isn't that exciting, Scott? Are you excited?
I am excited. I
What do you want
I'm
the song to
excited.
be about?
Well, uh, uh, I want the song to be about um, having your teenage crisis and becoming a Catholic.
Well, all right then.
That's one.
I assumed you were going to
There we
pick
go.
about your penis, but we can go the other
Oh, you
route
can
as
do my
well.
penis. My penis is
Well, you do
subject of
your
many poems, songs,
penis
paintings.
every day.
Uh, yeah, I work on it. I beat it. I beat that penis. Beat the motherfucker.
Do you ever
Yes. So
take your penis as like a drumstick and you bang on some drums with
yeah,
it?
I do it on the bed. I do it on the bed, and when I have a hard on, and I'm too lazy to jack off, I do it. I just hold it up, and when I let it go, it does like a little spring, and it goes like this on the bed. So
Hmm.
I one day I will record that and use it as a beat for a song.
Well, you did
And
just record it just now. I heard that.
yeah, there we go. But now I have foreskin all over the microphone, and it's not very. It kind of do a pop filter, the foreskin pop filter. Could do that. Yeah.
Do you use
So
your
there we
pop
go.
filter as a cum filter, but then it doesn't quite work?
Yeah, and coffee. It does coffee. It does everything. It's a filter. It filters everything. Even my words. I say cocksucker, and it goes. We are very concerned. So because it
Hmm.
filters
Hmm.
whatever I say, on the other end, only nice things will get to the microphone.
Do you
Yeah,
think we
great
should
pop
change
filter.
our podcast name to Unfiltered Goofballs, or you think we should stick with
Yeah. No,
Uncelebrated
celebrated
Geniuses?
geniuses is fine. No, let's. Well, this is the first season. After we can change. Can change. Second season. It's cool because they let you do seasons. And now this podcast has been picked up for another season.
Well,
Because we are the ones doing it. Yay.
now that I figured out how to not be a moron with my microphone capabilities, you don't have to listen to all that extra noise. I
Yeah,
think you
thank you.
like the extra noise though, because you did keep it in post production.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, post production. Oh, big words.
There was like the long stretch of the time
Post
when you were
production is all right.
talking, right? And then in the background, you could hear me making a bunch of noise, but you didn't want to cut
Yeah.
that out. That was my contribution.
No, why? What? Exactly. You would feel worthless if you didn't contribute with
Right.
noise
Yeah. Well,
or
last
some other,
time, well, no,
you
two
know.
times ago, I had a very lovely noise that I contributed.
Oh yeah, that was very contributive. Yeah, that's the least we can say. Yes, it was very nice.
So, did you want to write this
Yeah.
song on theremin or Hammond organ or maybe a didgeridoo or maybe just guitar? What do you think?
Well, guitar is the only word I understand for what you just said. From what you just said, so uh,
Oh, we could go. We can
maybe
go with
guitar.
guitar then. Do you
All
have a
righty.
guitar right there in front of you?
No, but I can go and get one.
Do we get to
Plug it
go
in
with you,
and
or or
see
or,
what happens.
or is your recording
No, you have to. You can.
stationary?
My recording will stay here. My recording is stationary, and the guitar is stationary, but it's stationary upstairs, and I'm doing the stationary recording downstairs. So I have to
Hmm. Hmm.
destationate myself, go and get the recording, the come to the guitar.
That
That's
sounds like quite a
something like
procedure.
that.
Well, what do you think
It
I
is a
should?
procedure, Danny.
What do you think it
You
is that
just
I should
babble
talk
as you.
about while you're gone?
Well, you can talk about your story and who you are and how you ended up in the hut in the woods and
Well,
what
that's
kind of an artist
boring.
you are and the things you
Boring.
do. Yeah, well, yeah, yeah. Well, talk about your sex life. You know
That's
that
boring.
it's boring. Well, we'll talk. Find something. Do a rant about something. Yeah, rant. Do a rant. That'll be
A
cool.
rant. What can I
Rant
rant
about
about? Do you
whatever.
think?
A rant.
About.
Well, something that annoys you. Pick a subject and give us your
Come on,
negative
annoy me.
opinion
I
about it.
I got
It's the
nothing right
basis
now.
basics of all stand up. You can what? Nothing annoys you.
Well, you got to get me going. I can't think of anything. Uh, see what annoys me. Hmm.
Right. So, well, tell us about your last breakup and how that annoyed you and how unfair it was. She won't listen to, or
Uh,
he, I don't know, or it won't listen to the podcast. Don't worry. Or tell us about your job and how you drove 90 minutes. That we go. Tell us how you drove 90 minutes each way for a job interview in a shitty shop and they didn't hire you. That should be annoying.
well,
No?
that's not quite how the story went down, but you remembered enough of the details to remind me of that story. All right. Well, so
All right, so go on, tell the story. I'm going to get the guitar.
as this jackass goes off to get a guitar so we could write a song here, I'll tell you the story about how I did drive 90 minutes away for a job. I found a job through a temp agency, and I signed up with the temp agency, and they said they were going to send me on this assignment to this lab, a lab tech job at a pathology lab. And they even sent me to an orientation for the lab, so I got to see it in my own eyes, get to see it in person. And then I asked the temp agency, "All right, well, when should I start?" And they did a bait and switch on the hours. They wanted me to start at 3 a.m. Not the 10 o'clock start that I thought I was getting into. But I said, "Sure, I'll do it. I'll start at 3 a.m. after a 90-minute commute. Why not? Why wouldn't I do that?" And oh, what the hell? It says lost connection. Attempting to reconnect. Well, I don't know if this is working or not, but I'll tell you what wasn't working was me that day because I showed up at 3 a.m. and they sent me home. They said, "There's no work here today. You can go home. Nothing for you to do." So that was my attempt at that job, 90 minutes away, and I think I think I can hear noise on the other end. Are you back?
Yeah, there's noise. Carry on, carry on. I'm still getting installed.
I had a warning on this
I will
thing.
mute myself now.
Mute yourself. I bet your wife wishes she had that option. Probably your children too. The old the old pop a mute button. Shut them up. I guess they could give you like a corn dog or an ice cream. That'll keep your mouth busy for a little while, so they don't have to hear you talk. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I've never been on a situation where I was supposed to talk to fill for time. I got
Alrighty
nothing.
then, so shut the fuck up. Yay.
Ooh,
Jam.
it's guitar time. All right, so what is it that you're playing right now?
It's a song.
Yeah, but we're writing a
Uh,
song. So, but do you need to
Alrighty.
warm up or something?
No, no. I'm waiting for instructions.
All right. Well, I mean, we might as well start with a G chord. I mean, why wouldn't you start with a G chord?
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's get that G chord. Just go and get the G chord. Alright, G chord. G chord.
Okay, and then I don't know, some kind of a rhythm maybe with it. All right, good. And maybe switch to a C, and then to a D, and then back to the G. Okay, and now you got some lyrics to go over that.
No.
All right, so you want what did you want the lyrics to be about? Teenage something,
Teenage something becoming a Catholic.
becoming a Catholic.
At the age 13.
Well, let's see. You became a Catholic because you were rebelling against your drunken drug using family, right?
exactly. Well, no, there's no. I don't have any explanation to the fact of why I became a Catholic, other than I was stealing money in church. So there was. I have no. I don't know. I still don't know why I did that. But the only reasonable explanation would be that. So, but it doesn't have to be like the life of a choir boy,
You were
church boy,
stealing money in
church boy.
church, and that's how you
I was a
joined the church?
church boy.
I'm
Uh,
confused.
no, I got to steal money from the church because they put me in charge of the money, which is something you should never do to a 12-year-old. You can trust a 12-year-old with the church money, but I figure they have so much money, they don't care. That was beautiful.
Well, don't stop now.
I'm
This
crying
is
now.
getting good.
So, no, don't stop now. That's what it was good. All right, let's try. There's a chat on this thing, so you can write the lyrics down, and maybe you can send it, and I can see them coming up, and I will read them.
You're
Do you
asking
see the
for
chat
way too
button? Do
much.
you see the chat button?
Are
Way
you
too
want
much. That's
you
what I do.
want me to?
No,
Uh,
don't do anything because you're useless. Can't even figure out the fucking microphone and the speakers and the earbuds and the anal plugs. Because if you knew how to work that butt plug, you would have gotten yourself a career. Now you just write fuck you, and I think that's very rude. I'm trying to please you, and you are just being rude to me. So fuck you too, Matthew. Fuck you right up your ass. I hope the bear comes to rape you, but he'll probably be disgusting by the sight of your ass. Now you can eat a moldy turd, you can eat a singing fish, but you'll never know how good it is to know what you're going to sing about in the next few seconds. The moldy turd will look over your shoulder. If you have a moldy turd, you can disguise it as a parrot, teach it to speak, and do some tricks. It won't eat very much, but it won't talk very much either. And the parties you will go to won't be impressed. They'll probably never invite you again because you smell like shit. And you smell like mold, and mold is bad for people with respiratory diseases. Right, that was a beautiful song.
that's
You enjoyed the
beautiful.
song?
Very beautiful.
It's beautiful. They call it the creative genius.
Well,
That's
you
why.
see, you had me thinking that you couldn't write a song to save your life, but you're just spewing that out off the top of your head. Pure
No, I can't.
genius.
No, yeah, I agree with you. But no, writing songs. I think it's the hardest thing ever. It looks easy, but every time I tried, even the tit song, it was excruciatingly difficult.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
can do this. This I can do, but trying
Well, I
to
mean, I guess
play,
I did give you the three chords. I mean, you
yeah,
didn't just
exactly.
get them out of
And
no.
it's three chords I can do, which is good.
Are you proud of the tit song? Is that one of the
I am
crowning
proud of the
achievements?
tit song. The tit song means a lot to me. I hope my children listen to the tit song and they enjoy it. Because I have two daughters and combined they have four tits. And I hope I manage to do three more songs, each one for each tit. Be youngest girl left tit and the youngest girl right tit. Left girl down tit. See, I fucked it already. Because it's a Portuguese song. It's a very nice Portuguese song.
But
Very nice. The
you
guy
are
says,
planning
"Well, you
on.
are ugly, but I'll marry you."
Well, that's sweet. You are planning on having
I'm doing what?
some original songs in your show, correct?
Yes, I want to
So,
do the. I want to do Disney musical kind of songs because I thought about taking the guitar, but I'm not good enough with the guitar to 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 enjoy myself doing it. So I'll probably pre-record whatever music it is and just sing because I'm a singer. Well, I'm a
do you
singer.
know what those songs are going to be yet?
That's uh no, but I'm something like Aladdin or Little Mermaid or whatever. Something in that style. Yeah. I don't know yet what the song will be, but it will be something like that. Oh yeah, I made a really cool video of of the dogs this morning. I will send it to you for
Oh,
your
cool.
for the 50. Man, there's a genius. There's a moment. There is a moment of pure genius in that video, and I hope you laugh because if you don't, you're a heartless bastard.
Well, I'm
You
looking
are a
forward to it.
heartless bastard. You
The
should
dog
because it's beautiful.
the dog 69 was a magical moment that you captured on video.
Yeah, it's related, and it involves the dog who is barking right now.
Well,
Little
everything's
homosexual
related to.
dog. She goes, "Hey, don't forget to tell it."
She
Yeah.
wasn't involved in that dog
So yeah,
69.
that's
That
the
was a
thing.
Pepesh and Manny.
No, Manny,
Manuel.
Manny a day ago, there was a dog 69. Many people were shocked seeing that recording.
So, how often do you get recognized on the streets for your bearded obscenities and other videos?
Very often. But thank God for lockdown. I couldn't take it anymore, all this celebrity. It's very hard for me because
Yeah.
I'm shy.
Hmm,
And
hmm.
all these women, come. There's like the Eddie Murphy bit where he talks about singers get all the pussy. And so, thank you very much. I take all the pussy. There's pussy falling out of my pockets. Oh, sorry, don't step on that. That's mine. It's a really good bit. So yeah, that's the. I struggle because I'm too popular right now, and yeah, it's I can't please every single woman or guy comes my way. Hey, I love what you do. Oh. And they're all nervous around me, and that's sad. It's sad because I'm just human, and I'm just a person like they are. But anyway, they don't say anything.
They
So
don't say
well,
anything. They don't even say hi. They just drop down to their knees
no,
and start blowing
yeah,
you.
yeah, and sometimes they even pretend to not see me, and that's weird, you know, because they go, "Wow." Now I'm not sure if I'm recording your side of this. I'm not sure. Is your side recording?
I would think so. There's the sound wave going. You mean I'm not
No,
the
no, it's
stupidest
just me. Oh,
technical person here?
no,
I mean,
yes, you are, but
I
just
considered
not being
myself
recorded.
not a technical idiot, but then with this whole microphone thing, it's just like
Right. Yeah.
you'll never
So I
think of
just
me
sent
the
you the
same.
invitation I sent you the invitation to participate.
Why? Why?
So now you can come online and we can record whatever you said. So it will be a but you can this will be a good exercise because you can
No,
record your own side of this.
it says recording in progress. This is happening.
All right. Well, all right then. Well, if it says recording in progress, then why not?
But I'm still not
Yeah, it
sure what
says
happened
recording
to.
in progress, but I don't see a little line
Well,
to what.
too bad for you.
Well, fuck it. Yeah. Well, I'll just put my side. I don't give a fuck. I'll be guess. It'll be a contest. Guess the conversation, and I'll be that could be a really good prank. Yay, that would be cool. So
You told
yeah,
me
so
that
we written this stuff.
you're the gift that keeps on giving. You know, the more that people know
Yeah,
you, the just the better it is. I feel
exactly.
like I'm the opposite to you, aren't I? You're just like, "Ah, I'm so tired of this fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Why did I get tied up with him?
yeah,
Stupid web
exactly.
series and
But you,
Now it's some dumb podcast and
But you're very insightful. You kind of read the people's minds, so that's a good thing. Oh well, I need to bounce my balls off. I'm throwing my balls at you, and you're bouncing them back. So this is cool. You like the straight guy, straight line, wavy line. This is the fundamental. It's a fundamental thing of comedy when you have duets or duos is straight line and wavy line. So straight face and cum face. So it's comedy when you write it alone. It's all right, but when you write it together, it can be more funny or funnier. So yeah. So yeah, you say some funny shit. Not often, unfortunately. But I couldn't insult anyone. If I would be here, there'll be no one to be mean to or to insult. So it's good you're there. You serve a purpose. Yeah, that's that's aren't you happy to be part of this? Yay!
so
So
glad
yeah,
that I
that's cool.
serve a purpose.
You serve
I'm
a
like
purpose. Hey, your life was meaning. You are at 55 or something. Your life was meaningless up until now, and now you go, oh fuck, yeah, I was put in this planet for a reason. So you should be happy about
did you just say that you think I'm 55 years old?
it. Yeah, that always triggers bitches. Whenever I say that, what do you mean? I'm 55. No, I don't know how old you are. How old are you? But 55 is far away, far enough to shock you. So that's cool. So how old are you,
I'm
Mister?
42
I'm not
years old.
55.
That's how old I am.
40. All righty then. 42 years old. Wow. What do
Isn't
you want to
that
do when you grow
exciting?
up?
I'm never going to grow up. I've
Yeah, yeah,
decided that.
exciting. See?
Screw that.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, that's boring. Growing up is boring. I don't want to grow up. And it's funny. Everything I say is funny. But I just saw a video with my wife from 5 years ago, and she starts filming me. And we're at a restaurant. Starts filming me, and I'm starting to do comedy with the pepper thing. And I'm presenting, oh, thank you very much for being here. And I'm thinking, how the fuck did I live until 35 years old without thinking that comedy could be a way of living? It's amazing. And I've done there's videos of me like doing sketch, not sketch comedy, but some comedy, and never had it occurred to me that I could do this professionally. And I think myself as a very intelligent person, but but it still amazes me, you know, because I could be a millionaire by now, and I am, but in debt. So that's the thing. It's living the dream, man. Yeah. And here I am. This is part of the dream, talking to you in the basement, in the dark, li- with headphones, looking at this blank screen with my voice going up. Yay! Reading the words "fuck you," "eat a moldy turd." There we go. That's
You're
my dream
welcome.
come true right here. Yay! See,
Well, what
you do
was it
serve a
that
purpose,
finally got you
whatever that is.
to go for your comic dreams?
Well, it's a very good question. Well done. Fucking hell. It's 24 minutes before you did something good in this. Um, I don't remember. It's a great question. I don't remember the answer.
You don't remember
Uh,
why you went Catholic. You don't remember why you went into
I
comedy.
don't. That's my defense. If you listen to my stories and my thing, you probably can accept that I have pretty strong defense mechanisms going on in my brain, and one of them is forgetting shit. Just forget. Oh no. Say, oh, kids were annoying last summer. I said, were they? I don't remember. And then when I try to remember, so let me try and go back to this. Uh, how did this happen? I started reading books about stand up. So yeah, but I don't remember the serendipity moment of the recording. Um, I was reading books about comedy, about stand up, and then I saw that there was a couple of stand-up scenes in where I live, and I went to see one, and I see how shitty those guys were. I said, "Hey, if I can do that," and I asked them, "When can I come and do a show?" And they told me when I could come and do a show, and like 3 months later, and I said, "Well, fuck that." And I went on Fiverr maybe a year ago. I think it was a year ago, where I set up my profile. I had gone on Fiverr to buy a video from a guy, so I knew about Fiverr, and I got there Fiverr in November. I had my first gig in February, I think,
Was that mine?
and then no, it was young ladies, but you came along rather
Maybe
quickly,
March.
which was funny. Yeah. So when you came along, maybe I had I don't know how many gigs I had at that moment had done at that moment, and so yeah, did one. It was a little script. She like a weird girl doing a job interview for a morgue job, which was cool. And yeah, but that moment I knew when the first gig came along. Yeah, I went on Fiverr. Yes, okay, this is coming back to me now. I went on Fiverr to force myself to practice writing comedy because just writing by myself I wouldn't do it because I'm too lazy to do that. So I thought, well, if I do gigs for if I write comedy for people, I'll get some training, and that will help me while I'm learning all this comedy business. So I did that, and I just did my 201st gig on Fiverr.
Wow.
So yeah, 200 gigs since February, which is cool because now I can write comedy on demand, which is that's just really cool. It's cool. I love that.
How much do you remember about that first one as far as what kind of material you were bringing to it?
Well, she wanted to show how her acting skills and like a creepy kind of character. So the idea would be that she would be going for an interview at the morgue to be a mortician. Yeah, she wants to be a mortician, and she would be just creepy, saying that. And we don't know if she killed people. I still have it some in my archives. I have the what I wrote, and yeah, so just giving weird answers, letting them think that she killed people or she killed her own family. Oh yeah, she embalmed her own family because she was a mortician. So whenever someone in the family died, she took care of it. So she took care of her dad, her grandma, whatever, and that was creepy. Yeah, so that was it really, like a script for a job interview. I think I'm not sure if I did more for her, but yeah, that was Shirley, my first client of Fiverr. Never forget. Yeah.
Out of all of
Yeah.
these writing gigs that you've done on Fiverr, what's the kind of feedback you've gotten as far as most of the time were people pretty pleased with it? How many
Yeah.
kind of people have uh, been
I had a couple of
unhappy
shitty
with the
ones.
results? Yeah.
Well, unhappy with the results. I had two or three. I had two guys who were unhappy with the results, and they were both wanted me to write stand up. I said, "Well, can you write stand up for me?" I said, "Okay, what?" Something with the last century and black people. So I go, "Oh," and it was really funny because it was. I have to. Maybe you will enjoy it. It was a black guy crossing the United States, and I did even research uh, from uh, from one place to the other. To cross America, it would take a week. The train would take a week to cross the country. So he jumped in the train on Monday. He got off the train on Monday, but next week, and his name was Finger Your Puss, Finger Your Sis. It was his name, Finger Your Sis, Finger Your Sister. So the guy didn't like it. He said, "Dude, I'm not going to pay you." So fuck that. So it was we canceled the order, which was cool. Had another one who wasn't happy, but it was the two that I think I only had two that weren't happy, and it was both for stand-up material. Oh, and there's another guy. Yeah, there's another one. And the second guy asked me to write stand-up for him. That was really funny. Let's see if I can have the message. That was funny. Uh, I see. Hold on. Don't go anywhere, darlings. Let me
Boo
find this.
boo boo boo
Yeah.
boo. Boo 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 boo. Boo 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 boo. Thank you for holding. We appreciate your call. We will answer
Alrighty.
calls and
There we go. Thank you for this interlude. So the guy, he wanted stand up. And I said, okay, well, what do you. And I did a whole thing about retiring and with jokes, well, actual jokes and stuff. And he goes, it's a, hold on. Yeah. He goes, hello. I finally had a chance to look over the material. Overall, it's not bad, but not great either, and maybe retirement wasn't a great topic. How much would you charge to help me with some 1 2 liners regarding dating apps or dating being single in your 30s? Thank you. And I asked, what are your negative opinions about dating? When women ghost me, women playing their own version of the bachelorette, dating multiple men, not knowing what to do for a first date, being upfront about how crazy we know we both are, girls not messaging back on dating apps. Thank you. And I said, well, how about what you went through using those apps? It has to be about you. And he goes, women not responding to messages, women ghosting me, girls that have unrealistic expectations for a man but don't bring anything to the table, being catfished by a girl, girls that use the apps but are prostitutes. My profile says I'm 36, divorced, and a comedian. It wouldn't be any worse. In my 20s, it's easier to get matches than in my 30s. All women want a guy that's tall, kind, and makes 6 figures. I have one of those traits. I'm tall. Ha ha ha. See, he could have wrote this comedy himself. They have the dating all They have the dating all grinder for homosexual men. I'm straight, but I could use a man around the house. Girls use the excuse that they didn't message because they were just so busy. Women that say kids are their world, like we didn't know. Women that say that they love laughing, who doesn't love laughing? Women with multiple kids, no career, no car, and having really high standards. Not sure if that helps at all. Thank you. And then I answer, all right, I can work with that. And I told, you can get the same gig as before, like the $60 gig. And I said, we can meet over Zoom to talk about the jokes. And his answer, I'll be honest, I'm not looking to pay for another full gig. The previous jokes I have aren't usable to me, except maybe one or two, which will need to be tweaked. You have a 5-star rep, but the past jokes weren't great. So my answer was, I understand. My stand up writing gig is at $600 because one needs to write them, test them, rewrite them, retest them in the front of an audience, and do it every night until they are good. The only way to make sure you have a great joke starting out is plagiarism. Stand up writing is a lot of work. I'm sorry for disappointing you. So this moron thinks he can bully me by saying my work is shit into working for him again for free. And that was a beautiful moment. All righty then. See? So but I didn't have a lot of unhappy clients because I provide the goods, man. I jizz comedy all over their face,
well,
and they go, "Wow, thank you."
your clients love you, but yeah, you gotta expect there'll be some kind of a jackass once in a while.
Yeah, yeah. And there's another guy who's
What
this
do you say?
shitty thing.
One or two of your jokes was good, but he had to tweak them.
Yeah. So the whole thing I did, everything I did was shit. There was only one or two he could use, but he would have to basically to tweak or rewrite them. And now he wants me to write more. Uh, excuse me. If what I write is shit, then why are you wasting your time working to me with me? Because I'll make more shit. So that was funny. And my stand up writing gig is at $600 to avoid that kind of thing because it looks easy when they watch Netflix and they go, oh, no, stand up comedy. It just seems like the guy is talking, but he's not just talking. He has written that, he has tested it, and before it goes to on a Netflix special, if he's done it at least 100 times, that same joke the same way to make sure it's good.
Well,
So
the
they don't
best
know.
stand up is written by the person who's performing it, right?
Yeah, and especially guys who are just starting out in stand up comedy, already asking people to write their jokes. And as I wrote stand up for a guy who was more or less happy with it, but he sent me a video of his first ever appearance on stage, and he was already asking me to write his jokes for the second time. I said, "Wow, all right, well, I won't complain. I would say, no, you are a lazy motherfucker. Go write your jokes yourself." So no, I'll write them. I'll write him for you,
Well, now that you
and
have
that
your
give
price set at $600, I bet you'll get a lot less requests for those
for
services.
stand up. I'm sure I won't get any for stand up, which is cool because I don't want to write stand up for people because it's an exercise that is doomed for failure because they will read the jokes, they'll go, "Oh, it's not funny," because it's not their laugh who that writes the jokes. It will be mine, and sometimes I'm writing on command, so I'm not even saying, "Oh, this is brilliant." I'm writing for their thing. So yeah, and then they need to work on it, to rehearse it, to make the joke their own, to be comfortable with performing it, to with performing the joke and testing it and tweaking. So it's a lot of work. There is no easy way of doing stand up unless you just go and just talk bullshit or do crowd work. But even crowd work is hard. You need to prepare. So yeah, asking people to write stand up for you, either you pay them well and you do a real job and you are involved in it and you know what you want to say and to talk about, because if not, you'll just be doing generic shit and you might as well just copy whatever someone else did. That's it. That's my opinion of things.
You have a thug character on Fiverr too. Has that
Yeah.
gig been purchased?
Yeah, well, it was purchased, but the guy didn't know. He said, "Well, do the video," and I was like, "All right." So I did the crook guy, and then I said, "Well, now that I'm dressed up as a crook guy, I will do a gig." and propose, but no, no one buys it, and no one bought the priest either. But I did both of them as an improvised spokesperson video. Uh, yeah, so
Yeah,
but I don't
Father
like
Fins was in like
script.
an insurance commercial.
They were both. The crook was the insurance commercial as well. They were. I did both. I did those two. They came up because of the insurance commercial. So how can I do commercial for an insurance company? So that's what came up. Yay! And now I'm going to do a screenwriting gig and put it up there. I have to get around to it. I spend my life talking to you, which is cool because I can say, "Look, I didn't do anything, but I talked about it, so you can go and listen to it," which is cool. So yeah,
You told me about
and
a movie idea that you had that you were really excited about, and I don't think I had the reaction you were seeking.
well, no, I'm excited. I'm still excited about that. And I had two other um, movie ideas, and but I've been again learning about screenwriting because I never wrote. Again, the first time I wrote comedy was when someone paid me to write comedy. The first time I wrote script was because I had people paying me to write the script, and that's how I I bluff my way through life. Say, hey, what do you want? I want a script. Okay. Fuck. How? Well, pay me that amount of money. They'd say yes, and then I go and learn how to write the fucking script. So that's the thing. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been learning from the best, which is really cool. But it's reading about formatting and stuff. I wrote a script for an optician who has a like a Donald Trump sketch. So I wrote that, and with the money from that gig, I could buy Final Draft, like the program to write scripts professionally, and a couple of books on screenwriting and about and how to format everything. And now I find myself reading Aristotle because poetics and whatever. So it's that's my life. It's learning. It's the eternal student. So yeah, I want to learn about the basics, and I have a pretty good idea now of how to write a script, and I'll be soon able to start writing. And all this why? Because I'm listening now to the autobiography of John Cleese, which I vividly recommend to everyone. And he tells about when he was in Cambridge and when they started doing shows and stuff. And he started writing comedy sketches. So and he would perform with the group they had, and the performance money was like £30 a week, which is all right. They were in the small theater. You got £30 a week for performing, which was already nearly 3 times as much as he would earn as at the normal job as a solicitor, which he was supposed to be. But he got royalties. So each performance of the show, he would get his money for acting in the show and some money for the royalties. So the show went well, and they moved theaters. They went to a bigger theater, and now he was getting £100 a week for the writing he did, and that's just fucking mind blowing. You can get money. You can write something once and then get money the rest of your life for it. And you go, wow. So
It's a good scam.
that's a whole. Yeah, because he was getting 3 times as much as a writer as he was as a performer. And you suddenly think, wow, why not do both? So someone like Ricky Gervais, he gets, he fills arenas when people come to see his stand up. He wrote The Office in England, so he got paid for doing that. Now each time they put it on TV, the 2 seasons I think he made in England, he gets money. Then he created a fucking thing. So each episode of The Office US, probably he will probably get money for it. Each time Steve Carell shows on TV doing whatever he does, Ricky Gervais gets money. And those checks keep coming the rest of your life. And you go, wow, like the people of Friends, the cast of Friends, they still get like a million. No, 20, how much is it? I'm not sure if it's a million or $20 million a year of royalties because it just keeps coming up. Friends, as Friends, all whatever country you are in, Friends is on, and each time they are getting money. So yeah, so that's the target. Do something, or write something that can become assets, and then you get money. And then when you get money coming in, you don't need to worry about feeding the dogs because they'll be dead, and you can just focus on like if you listen to the Stephen Fry autobiography, they go, oh, can you write a script for us for whatever, and he goes, all right, then I'll write the script for you. So he goes to a spa for a month. So he goes to a spa to write the script. He's like a hotel, and he goes to play golf in the morning. There's a massage. Then he will write for a few hours. Then he will go out to whatever, and then that's it. Well, and and then he, of course, he gets the money to write the thing at that moment. And then he will get royalties whenever it's produced and it's whatever. He gets money. David Sedaris, he wanted to quit smoking, so he moved to Japan with his boyfriend. He doesn't care because the money keeps coming in, and that's
He
I
moved
think
to
that's the
Japan because he wanted to quit smoking.
yeah. So they say that changing this, when you want to quit smoking, changing your environment is a good idea. So he went to Japan. That's it. Well, they thought about it. Okay, where shall we go? Shall we go to Africa? Shall we go to uh, wherever? And so no, Japan. Japan is cool. Yeah. So they went to live in Japan for a few months, like that, because being a writer, he can write from wherever he is in the world. And then, of course, yes, you have the occasional book tour or yeah, and he tours the world reading. That's the good thing. Reading from his books. Reading. He's not even memorizing the shit. He's just going there with his little pulpit and he goes, right, hello, and he reads, and it's brilliant and it's really funny, and I love him, and it's really good.
He's a good performer, so that's part of it.
Yeah, it's a performance artist. He did some weird shit when he was younger as a performance artist before being or yeah being recognized as a writer, and and that's it. I guess that's what he does. That's his thing. So I want to imitate his thing, so I can get money as well and move to Japan to stop smoking. But I have to take up smoking first and be successful. That's it.
Would you be more interested in being a performer or a writer, or do you want both equally?
Well, I want be performing is fun. It's more fun to perform than to write. writing is rewriting. But it's also funny because this thing yesterday I read it out to one of my students, and see she with the bit of my mom chewing the ear of the nurse, and she suggested, see, well, maybe their nurse liked it. So yeah, that's really cool. And the nurse puts her tit in my mom's mouth. Oh, this is maybe funnier, and like there's more shock to it, so you're seeing it happen, and you're taking your time, you're thinking about it, and you're building on it. So that doesn't happen when you are performing. When you're performing, you're in the moment, you're in the room, so that's fun in that way. But having the choice of being immensely famous, uh, I don't care too much for celebrity, as in people stopping you in the street and saying, "Oh, I love what you do," whatever. No, because my ambition here is just to meet all the brilliant people out there, like the comedians, the writers, whatever. So because I find many of them really brilliant, and just being around them, that'll be enough reward for me. And even the money, I don't really care about money. So so if I can be known or appreciated inside that circle, like you know uh, well, I don't know who. David Sedaris, for example, is world famous, but nobody knows him. He is famous enough to live from whatever he does, get good money, do what wants with his life, buy whatever he wants. Uh, but people in his hometown don't know who he is, because he spends time, picking up trash from the roads. They think he's like a convict or something. He's like doing community service, and they treat him like shit. And that's beautiful, because no one comes to him, or no one expects anything from him when they meet him. So that's cool. Because I think it might be weird if you are famous and people just look at you. I met a famous guy once in a plane, the famous singer, a hip hop singer. And I look at him, he looks at me, he smiles, I smile, and I said, "Do you mind moving? I need to go to my place." And he thought I was just looking at him because I, I recognized him, or I was a fan. But no, I wasn't. I was not a fan. Just wanted to get to my place.
Did you even
So,
know
but
who
then we
he was?
chatted. Yeah, I knew who he was. I knew who he was,
Uh,
but I'm not, reverential. So, but we chatted, and I ended up giving him a book, as you do when you meet him, because he was an interesting guy. He's a singer, writer, so he was a brilliant guy. But it was funny that he thought that I was looking at him because he was famous, that famous
right,
guy
right.
look. So I don't want to have that. When you feel that people are just watching you, and because they, is it him? Is it Scott Finns? Oh man, oh, where's my pant? Where are my panties? Where are my panties? Where are my panties? Ah! And they slip on their own juices, and it's all messy on the floor, and everybody's breaking legs and stuff. And it's all because of me, and I don't want to live with that. Yeah,
Well, maybe you could be a
but I'm
recluse,
not against it.
get
Yeah,
a big ranch in Montana, hide.
yeah. Oh yeah. I don't really care, because I don't see many people right now, so that wouldn't change. But no one really, yeah, looks at me anywhere. So yeah. But
But I
being
mean,
immensely famous and rich, I wouldn't care.
you've got ruggedly good looks, so
I do.
people will stare
So
at
it
you
will be
anyway, whether or not they
they
think you're famous.
yeah. But that's my natural charisma. But I enjoy feeling that my pheromones and my charisma and my ruggedy good looks. So when people look at me and they go, "Wow, this guy, please come and have sex with all my family," I know that it's because of me. Because of who I am and what I emane as a as a spirit, and as a presence, and as a virility and manhood and all that. But if I'm famous, I won't be able to distinguish who just saw a movie, because I'm with Scarlett Johansson, just like French kissing and whatever, and they go, "Oh, well, this is the guy," and I lose that pure essence. You see, that's what I'm afraid of losing. You know, to sell out. I don't want to sell out to Hollywood. Yeah, I want my fans to be fans of the real thing. Yes.
So where is your career going to be a year from now?
A year from now, that's very interesting. The thing now that with lockdown, I'm actually good. I'm happy about lockdown because being happy with lockdown, I don't have to do anything. I can just sit at home, jacking off, making little videos and writing comedy and whatever. But I don't have the pressure of being out there. But as soon as I can be performing my show, I will have to be performing my show as often as possible, and actually working to get my career going. So I'll be touring France. I want to go to the Fringe, the the Fringe festival in Scotland. I want to find a way of touring America. There's it in 1 year. I have to have done a lot for my comedy career because um, I'm firing on all cylinders, and I have to carry on doing that. So I have no idea where it will be, but it will be very, very different from what it is today. So yeah, and brilliant. It'll be brilliant.
You're getting to be
But
an
I don't
old
know.
man too, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm will be old. Yeah, so I have to be clever now. Yeah, so that's the thing. I don't have much time left to waste doing silly things. So I have to do my own. And that's you never know because being sure of what you want to do with your career, and there's no one to tell you, oh, that's a good thing or that's a bad thing, or you know, because it's your own path. You want to do your own path, your own shows, your own creativity, you're your own boss, and you kick your own ass. So uh, yeah, I have to just carry on. Yes, darling, it's a hard
Indeed.
thing, but I'm having fun. Sorry, what did you say?
Uh, 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 I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know what you're saying. Well done there. Thank you for this interview.
I don't
Yeah, I
think
guess
you need
you're
me at
falling
all
asleep
for
now.
this podcast.
I know. Well, you keep asking questions and you shut up. What do? I want to keep our listeners entertained, so I entertain them. Whoever is, they will come back to this. Journalists and hey, you journalists in 2030, listening to this to find some to dig up some dirt on me.
At
It's all
least you didn't
Matt's
say the
fault.
N word in this one.
No, they didn't say nigger. Ha 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 ha, bastards. I didn't say it. There you go. I'll put a fart on top of the N word, and they'll be frustrated because I just leave the beginning of the word and then on top, so they'll be very frustrated.
That could be
So
like one of
yeah,
your post production gigs on Fiverr is that you add fart
that's why
noises
the fart gig.
to audio.
Is your
Yeah.
podcast boring? Nothing a fart noise can't fix.
But you
That's
didn't
the
just have
funniest thing.
one fart noise. You had a multitude of fart noises. It was
Oh
very.
yeah, I had to eat a whole can of beans,
Hmm.
wait
Hmm.
to for the effects, and then record myself farting. It was an actual honest job.
And one of the farts was overlaid in a section where you were talking about jail, and he used like a reverb as if it sounded like the fart was coming in jail. So reverb sound.
So
It's very
yeah, so it's yeah the jailhouse
very
fart.
meticulously done. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's I called it that one. I called the jailhouse fart. Yeah, it's actually a fart by Elvis Presley on a live concert in a jailhouse. Yeah, the fart from jail.
There's the
There we go.
jailhouse. There's the
Yeah,
jailhouse.
that's
Fart.
the jailhouse fart. There we go. Comedy right there. Live comedy being written as we speak. It's that beautiful. It
Well,
is
we
beautiful.
did what we promised people we would do. We wrote a song.
Yeah. And
Mostly
1 hour
you.
later, we are still here. Hey, that's the song. Whatever. You know, that's the thing. Just
and
hanging out.
and everybody also found out the truth about me is I'm really boring and lame.
Yeah.
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 Which I
Yeah.
don't know, they may have already figured that out before, but this episode really drove
Well,
that point
they
home.
don't really
Really
care. So,
highlighted.
yeah. I'll just say I'm playing you as well. No, that was me. I was doing both parts. Did I do it well? So yeah, you really did sound like a guy
If
in the
anybody's
house.
listening to this,
Yeah,
it's only for the Scott Finns, and they're just like, yeah, that other guy needs to shut up. We need to hear
yeah.
more of this
We need
brilliant
to lose that
genius,
guy.
Scott Finns.
Yeah, Yeah, but again, being the first person who actually recognized the genius, it's still you can piss all over me and claim me as your trophy discovery in the showbiz, you know.
You make it sound so
And
dirty.
I know you like dirty. Mm. Yeah, you dirty thing. So yeah,
I, I wonder if you still
um,
have that video up on your Fiverr page, the one that made me want to hire hire you for
the
that
one
first gig.
the one about me writing for George Carlin and
I
Seinfeld and stuff was
don't
the
think
only
so.
video I had. Yeah, I didn't change the videos. The video was I'm a comedy writer. I wrote a lot of stuff for Seinfeld, Louis C.K., and George Carlin. Of course, Louis C.K. and Seinfeld never read any of what I wrote, and you might argue that George Carlin is dead. So I'll write comedy for you instead. I think that's what the video, but it's still there. If it worked once, well, leave it there. I don't know.
Unless you had a
It's still
different,
there.
you had more than one gig though, right?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. It was improvising a video. I don't know. I don't remember. Ah, see, don't remember. Don't remember anything. But funny enough, there's a French guy who wants to to do his show in English. And when I posted on Facebook the other day, like 200, hey, champagne darlings, 200 gigs, and 161 or 162 5-star ratings, which is cool. And so, I didn't know you're doing. No, no, no. So maybe we'll work together in putting his show into French. So I'm starting to slowly become an authority in comedy, which is cool. And part of it is thanks to you and the the videos and all the stuff, because I was doing the videos and say I can't believe this guy likes this. He's enjoying this. I was enjoying myself doing them, and I never, uh, for instance, I never say thank you for a tip on Fiverr because I'm not doing the things for money. And I even if I enjoy it because I see that the person enjoys my work and that's cool. um like sometimes I would be doing videos like for half an hour for bearded obscenities and go wow and do it 2 or 3 times and whatever because I was having fun doing it. So I'm not wasn't doing it for the money, which is really cool because um it's uh it's liberating. It's like a task, and writing comedy is not a task for me. It's fun. So this is a secret. People now will say, "Hey, I heard your podcast. You say you do it for free. Now do it for free, you bastard." So yeah, it
That
was funny.
early on when you did the birdhouse builder guy video,
Yeah.
that one was a lot of fun. And part of the reason it was so fun for me was because it was such a quick turnaround. I I thought you might have to spend a day or two to figure out how to do it and get it all together. But there was a very quick
No,
turnaround and
that's my
very
thing because
enjoyable
it's
to watch.
yeah, yeah. Because I that's the thing is I overflow with shitty ideas. So if someone comes, hey, you have a shitty idea, say, hey, how many tons of shitty ideas do you want? I, I just have to. It's like a stream there's all shitty ideas going down the stream, and all you have to do is put a bucket under. Put a bucket up. That's full of shit. There you go. That'll be £50, whatever monies you are paying me with, and
But you
yeah,
call yourself a crap comic. I never thought that though. But after you said it,
yeah.
then that's how I refer to you.
It
You're a
stuck.
crap comic.
Yeah, crap comic.
But
Yeah,
I
it's
never
because I'm a
thought of
crap
it
comic.
as a bucket and sewage that you would dredge up
Yeah, but
Scott
it kind of
fins.
is. Kind of sewage for you. Well, if you think about it, 90% of what a comedian or a comedy writer writes or does is waste, is shit. 90%. And if you put all the, maybe this could be a test, you put all the Bearded Obscenities videos together and you realize there'll be 90% of shit and 10% of gold. But, and then if you try to edit that, the edit you make out of that will be 90% shit and 10% gold. So you probably end up with 1 minute of good comedy. So yeah, but it's riffing and improvised, and I do tell people, and they say, oh, can you send me samples of your work? I say, go on YouTube, search bearded obscenities, you'll see what my work is. That's what I tell him every time. And they say, oh, it's very nice. Or some of them never come back, but yeah, there you go.
You scare some of them
Bearded,
away if you're not
which
careful.
is good, which is really good, because the bearded obscenities really gave me an opportunity of being myself, which I you cannot be anything else than yourself, but just having fun doing things, reacting to my own crappy ideas, and that's how. Well, it's not pure improvisation, because sometimes I did have an idea of more or less what I wanted to do, but that's the raw thing. That's the raw, without any, with maybe one theme word or something, and that's what comes up. But if you have a theme or an idea, I just set my brain to it, and stuff flows, so it's cool. And then people can see, oh, this guy, there's stuff going on in his head. I think that's the bearded obscenities. The whole thing is that man, there's shit going on in this guy's head. There you go. That
And if
was
people
bearded
want the
obscenities.
full Bearded Obscenities experience, they have to go to the playlist because
Yeah.
some of those videos aren't ones that you could find in the wild. You can only find them in the playlists.
All right. Oh yeah, yeah. That's the cool thing. So yeah, maybe we'll be promoting that soon, to get that, at least for my English show, because yeah,
It
somebody
is
it's quite
featured on your
entertaining.
website.
Yeah, yeah, it's featured on my website. Yeah. So now I'm getting to a point where I can go on stage and say, well, just Google Scott Fins. Fuck that. And that's it. And they will find me. They'll find podcasts. They'll find YouTube videos. They'll find my website. They'll find Fiverr. They'll find Facebook. They'll find everywhere. Instagram, whatever. So that's cool.
Well,
I
one
have a
challenge you have
presence.
is that you do four languages, so it's another added layer of challenge for marketing.
Yeah, yeah, because yeah, that's and getting traction is the hard thing, because when I did my fast videos, where I got traction was in Spanish. That was funny when people were reacting and asking questions and commenting and following the channel. It was all people from South America, which was funny. And but yeah, soon I will need to work with someone who can, you know, do that thing, like the social media, uh, maybe, well, no, strategy or something. I don't know. I'm still thinking about that, because there's three ways of doing it. One is you do your show, you go on the road, and you perform for people, and they will, some of them will follow you, will become your fans, and so need to be there and actually meet those people, because the competition for the attention of consumers is very high. So everybody wants a piece of their brain. So, and to compete in those things, it'll be hard. Another is to actually work on producing the videos and doing things, and but again, it's a lot of work, and you don't really get much from it. uh, Other is applying for jobs, right? Comedy writing jobs and things like that. We'll be able to participate in projects, but again, you'll be competing against people who are just as anonymous as you are. So that's not the best way. The best way is you do your thing, you get good and undeniably good, and people come to knock on your door to offer you jobs. And that's the way I want to do it. When it comes some, oh, would you like to come to work for SNL? And I say, well, you know, how much do you pay me? And they go, oh, we give you a flat in New York and stuff. It's all right then. I'll drop by and see if it interests me, and then yay, and stuff like that. So it can
You've
be
got
still
it
a long
all
way
worked out.
away. Yeah, it's Eddie Izzard. It's Eddie Izzard's way of seeing things. That guy. Once he found out he wanted to be a performer, he spent 15 years having bad ideas. I want to do this, and if to do this, I have to do that. And he was military about that. And he learned how to juggling while riding a unicycle, and then he fell on his face and whatever, and he was a street performer, and then he had a double act with another guy, and didn't work, but not too much, until he became a one man show by chance. It wasn't because the other guy went on holidays or something, and he had to carry on working. And when he carried on working, and then he just exploded. It was the thing. He found it. But he spent years as a street performer, you know, not making any money. Uh, and then when it actually something happened, when he found his way, then it exploded for him. He got Emmys and movies and stuff, and he fills up arenas all over the world. And he does his show in English. He does it in French. He will do it in Spanish. He will do it in German, and I think he will do it in Russian or Arabic or something like that. So that's and he says it's all about stamina. It's you don't stop. You just carry on, carry on, carry on, carry on. You just work hard and you carry on doing it, and then one day it's not like you get lucky. So someone comes, this guy just stumbles upon you, and even for you to discover me on Fiverr, well, I had to be on Fiverr, and I have to have done something for you to be able to find me and get in touch with me, and we start working together. So that's one thing, and all the dedication we put into this, into bearded obscenities and the stuff we're doing together. Then if someone else stumbles upon it and they go, "Oh, these guys are funny. Why don't we tell him to fuck off?" And then we can fuck off. But we would have done
Well,
something
more than
to
likely,
deserve that.
someone will approach you and they'll say, "Hey, you're really good. Let's get you away from that fucking loser."
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Part of my plan is to help and to acknowledge the people who have helped and acknowledged me since the beginning. So I have Jim McAleese, who is a celebrity stand-up in Canada, who was my comedy teacher in the Greg Dean comedy lessons, and he helps me. I say I submit my essays to him, and he goes, "Oh, okay, here maybe this word, maybe this expression, maybe we could change this. Maybe you can punch this up, or this is not working, or this could work better, or whatever." And I submit that to him, and well, I'm sure he doesn't listen to podcasts, but I don't pay him, but but he wants to pick up the guitar. He's nearly retired. He wants to pick up the guitar. So I went on Amazon and I bought him a Beatles chord book and some things for his fingers to not get hurt playing the guitar, and some crap. I bought him a few presents and a David Sedaris book, and I got a chip to his place. But that guy, if the moment I can pay him to 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 not co-write, but to help me write shows and stuff like that, I will of course get to him. And the same for you. You have uh, comedy in you, but sometimes maybe you just don't trust yourself, or whatever self hate you have. Get it fixed, man. But the video of me singing, it's your edit that made that video funny. Well, the video was funnyish, but when you touched it, it became hilarious. So you have talent, and you have a vision, a comedy vision, and that's cool. So if you are no different from people who are working in TV shows and stuff like that, and writing comedy and performing it and arranging it and doing all that. You are no different. The thing is that they are there and you are not. So I will get you there.
Well, I'm
Get everybody.
definitely better behind the camera.
Well, yeah, but being behind the camera and directing and giving suggestions and seeing, because that's the thing. You are behind the camera, but you can see in your mind what will happen on screen, and not everybody can see that. Like have me for this video I'm going to shoot now for Azarino. I have a general idea what I would like it to look like, but I have no idea if what I'm going to do will make that happen, because I didn't do enough editing, reading, recording, whatever recording to be able to do that. So So yeah. So when I get there, you'll come with me, baby. If you want, you can stay in your shitty hut in the woods. I don't care. But the door will be open for you, darling,
Well,
for you
it's
to
too
come
bad I couldn't just pop over to your place and help you record
and
this
suck my dick.
Azarino video.
I can pop over to your place and suck your balls. But
You would have to take it
yeah,
there.
yeah, I did. I
Mr.
did.
I'm getting away from the blue comedy.
Yeah, but when it comes to my balls and people sucking them, I can't. I can't. It's too much fun. So yeah, but if you could come, if you would, and the invitation still stands. If you to for you to come to France and spend a few months here, and yeah, that could be cool to take this whole thing to the next level. And yeah, so that should happen. So
That
yeah,
was cool
that's
that
how it gets
you
in.
at one point had a basement with crap in it and then you turned it into a studio.
Yeah, and all the struggle with that because now she doesn't like me to throw stuff away, and she goes, "Oh, we can keep that. Oh, you don't need to throw that away." So it's a broken bottle. What are you talking about? Yeah, it can be useful sometime. So yeah, if you want to kill someone in a bar, but I hope they have their own bottles, so you can break one and kill the person right there. You don't need to take your own broken bottle. So yeah, it's hard, okay? But I'm quite happy with the result.
Well, from
And
when you decided to do it and when it became a reality, how long was that? Uh,
I don't
how
know.
long did that take for
From
that?
when I decided to do it, I don't know. It's documented in Bearded Obscenities. I don't know. When did I?
I mean, was the thought to make that a studio prior to Bearded Obscenities?
No, no, no. It was at the same time. It was when I started doing the videos. I said, well, maybe I'll do this, and then I decided to do it. And then there's a lot of work, and there's still a lot of shit out in the garden. Not only dog shit, but the shit that was in the place where I am now, recording. It's still out there, and I need to put it to the to the landfill. So, or I just hope it to decompose.
But your wife doesn't want to throw anything away.
No, that's the thing. Yeah, and I tell her, yeah, but throw it away. You won't realize it. No, don't do that. So that's hard.
Did
But
did she ever hang up that picture of that singer that you showed us?
no, 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 no. She does. She's no fun. Yeah. So that again, that was comedy. That was street performance, street art comedy that I was doing at that moment. But I just thought it was funny to do that, to send her a gift, so they have a gift for you, and you know. And I didn't, and I thought, of course, the guys in the factory printing that and putting that into the blister, into the envelope, that they would be looking at the guy's dick, and that would be. It was hilarious to think about it, and but again, it didn't cross my mind that hey, maybe I can do this on a professional level and just troll people and do stuff. Yeah. So that was comedy right there, but I didn't know. There we are.
You were so
Right,
young.
darling. Yeah, still young. Nothing is lost. Right, it's 12 here. You should be going to bed now.
Now let's see,
For
it's
you,
3 a.m. 3:01.
3
Yeah,
3:01. All
that's what it
righty
is
then.
over here.
That's what it is. It is what it is, as they say. 3:01. Yeah, so you're in San. Oh, I have your thing in San Francisco. Yeah, the same.
So
Right, so I
if
shall
this
go and do stuff.
if
Yeah. But
if this
what
all
were you
worked,
saying?
then we're gonna have an episode up on wherever else it is, and then this episode up on YouTube. Isn't that exciting?
Yay.
We're in more than one
Yeah, it's
place.
exciting. Yeah, we are everywhere.
Are
Just
you gonna
like
do this Soundwave thing again on this episode that we're finishing up?
probably, yeah.
That'll be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I'll do it.
It
The
probably sounds
same.
like a dumb question because whoever is watching this podcast has
They
seen the
know the
sound
answer
wave
already.
for
Yeah.
over an hour, and then here I am asking about it. Like,
And they
man,
go, oh, this
this
guy is a
guy's
moron.
pretty
Yeah.
stupid. Doesn't know how to use a mic. He's boring.
Exactly. Oh well, you're the glue that holds this together, which is beautiful. It's metaphorical. And you told me to eat a moldy turd. That's comedy right there.
Well, you
Moldy.
put that right into the song too that you were singing on the
I
fly.
did.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the thing. I like to
It's a
do stuff
beautiful
on the
song.
fly. It is
Yeah.
a beautiful song. So yeah. Right. I shall go and do something now, and I wish you a very good night. And I'll try to. Yeah. Alrighty then. I'll stop recording. Goodbye, dear darlings who are watching this.